Next, we head out to a Lowdown favorite, Musica.
We sat down with Columbus band 21 Pilots. They put on quite an exciting show.
There was so much dancing.
Do you want to show us how that went? Let's check it out.
We had a show. We were invited to play down in Athens, Ohio. The drummer at the time, he was probably going to be moving on and not being in the band anymore. And I said, hey, Josh, I need you to play a show with us because Chris, our drummer, can't make it. And I said, the only night we could rehearse is probably tomorrow night. He said, oh, I work tomorrow night and I can't get off within a day, but I'll just quit my job and I'll rehearse with you so that we can go play the show. So
the other thing is the night before the show, I was filling in with somebody to play in Wisconsin. So I was like, the only way that I could do it is if we drive all the way through the night and don't sleep at all.
From Wisconsin and quit your job. What ended up happening at that show is we got one song into our set and the cops shut us down. I'm taking over my body back and controlling my shawty. I bet the line was on the teasing constant nights and nights. I find it a lot and it seems a lot. The pressure's all I got. Not anymore. Fresh out before SWAT. I want to go out. You can't trust me. I'm a woman you can tell me boy you know that I'm to see. Another way I think about it and the story.
It wasn't until really recently that I had a conversation with my dad. Are you disappointed in me? Are you upset that I haven't gone to school or I'm not really pursuing a stable career? And he just said, it's not about how much money you are, how successful you are in the eyes of the world, but it's about your character and who you are. And he said, for that, I couldn't be more proud of you.
And I told my parents, I think I want to do music. And neither of them do music. I don't even know what that means. I didn't even know what it meant. But it's so fun to live out your passion every night. There's nothing like that.
Our goal is to do this the rest of our lives until we're physically unable to bang on the keys or hit the drums. I can't play without breaking a finger. The plan to how to get there, we just have no idea. But that's something that's one of the most exciting things too. Is just like, who knows what's even going to happen tomorrow.
While we were talking to the band 21 Pilots, we also ran into another Columbus band, the Forties.
These guys not only know how to put on a great show, they also have inspiring messages to go along with it.
They definitely stand for something.
We want to share with you just what those messages are. Let's take a look.
What up?
How we started was, Bo and I were at a party at Ohio State, and there was a band playing. They were just playing cover songs, but there was a bunch of girls around them, and I leaned over to Bo, I was like, we need to start a band.
And I never kissed a girl at that time, so I needed something, you know what I mean? Like,
And
22 years old.
So we decided to start a band that night.
About 40 years ago to that time, all of our parents were at an AC/DC concert. My mom's, Dave's mom, Alex's mom, they all grew up together. So they're at the autograph signing, and Angus Young's like, what do I have to do to get these girls off me? So he's like, hey, you. And that ended up being all of our dads, and Angus Young's like, in 40 years, your sons are going to start a rock and roll band. And you know what? Things have a way of working out.
The next day we went out and bought instruments and taught ourselves. Alex was living in the house. He's asked if he could play. We asked him to play. It worked out great. And a month later we were playing our first show.
This was my first show ever. I went from playing the drums in my basement with an iPod to playing before Machine Gun Kelly in front of like 14,000 people. Things happened so quick, it was like a dream come true.
Ooh, I got a secret that I must confess. I've wanted life of glamour and excess, so I found a way to get what I need.
We went from literally not playing an instrument to where, we feel comfortable, like, hey, we can do this. We would ride a train for an hour and a half into the city. We would practice for 12 hours, and then we'd ride a train back, and then we'd practice back at home. We'd practice so much that it was like a boot camp. We just released the album tonight that we've been working on for like 9 months, that we recorded out in LA and in New York, and we just kind of want to get our music out there to people and just develop that, that 40s following. And we decided as a band that we would donate 20% of everything we made to charity, because no matter how much we're making, even though it's not a lot at all, like, it's definitely great to give back, and it just makes us feel like we're doing more than just being in a band and living the dream. But it really, really means a lot. That's why I wear this 4 on my hand. It's for stand for something. We just ask people to stand for something, whatever it is. Just stand for something, because you have to leave the world a better place. That's what we did.